What's up, Saiyan Army? So back with Andrew, bod mechanic. He just did a bunch of work on me, as you can see here. Lower back's getting better. It's not as red, right? You said
it was that
less scar tissue, right?
Less scar tissue, less capillaries opening up. Yeah.
So we're getting better, making progress. But he just did a whole bunch of work on me. He's gonna put me on a whole nother new set of exercises to help with my anterior pelvic tilt. And yeah, so we're just gonna have him explain everything step by step, what he saw, what my problems were, and how we're gonna go about assessing them. And so if you guys have any of the same issues, it can help you as well. So let's get into it.
What's going on, guys? Bob Mechanic here. So I worked on Maddie today, and what I saw, really tight right lat. I also saw they had a bit of a tight right QL. Usually the lat and the QL, they kind of go hand in hand. You actually see his body's actually more shifted to the right. Like we see the right shoulder set lower than the left. That tells me that his right lat is pulling him down. His QL is kind of having him side bent to the right. So his left side now is overacting a little bit more. So they're trying to create a little bit more tension.
And that goes back to the point where you told me people like to lean more to the right leg, right?
Yeah, I mean, we like leaning more to the right leg because we carry more body weight on the right side. We have a liver, we have 3 lobes of the lung on the right, there's only 2 on the left. Our diaphragm, the muscle that helps us breathe, it's actually a lot bigger on the right, more than the left side. So gravity now likes to pull you, or pull Matt to the right, standing on his right leg.
Yeah, didn't you say that is how it is for most people because of that?
I mean, we all have a liver on the right side.
Yeah.
We all have 3 lobes on the right, there's only 2 on the left. So we're all created the same way internally. That's going to shape how we look outside.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw Matt with that kind of posture, I also checked out his hips a little bit more and his pelvis, and I saw that his pelvis wasn't exactly straight as it was a little bit more crooked. So I saw that his left pelvic bone was more anteriorly tilted, whereas the right is a little more posteriorly tilted. So that's going to tell me his mechanics of both his hips are going to be a little bit off. So what I saw with Matt was little to no glute activation the way it should be on the right. Mm-hmm. He has actually a quite tight hamstring on this, but specifically more he has a tight pectineus because he likes keeping his leg in more. Mm-hmm. Whereas his left leg is a little bit more out and externally rotated because of that anterior tilt. So he has a tighter hip flexor on the left, he has a tighter erector spinae on the back, he's got a tighter quad and a TFL on that left. So I'm going to try and show him a couple stretches, what to do to release those muscles, a few strengthening exercises that help inhibit certain muscles that he has tight. And then just trying to restore his posture little by little, trying to even out his hips, which is going to allow him to squat a lot better and to deadlift a lot better and to run and to jump, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, get ready?
Yep.
All right, man.
So one thing that I also want to add that really messed me up when I first saw Andrew was the fact that I always lean to my right leg. So that's something I want you guys to watch day to day as you guys stand, as you guys wash the dishes, as you guys do anything. Which leg are you more prone to lean on? I know for me, I'm always leaning all my weight on my right leg, which is probably what gave me a lot of these issues going on, not evening out my weight, always leaning to the right side.
It's what gives most people issues.
Yeah.
Again, is what we said, that the more body weight you have on that right side, which we all do, we tend to lean on that right side because gravity likes to pull you to the right.
Yeah.
So we tend to always put that weight on the right leg.
It's like a seesaw, right? It's like it's going to lean to the heavier side, right?
So that's what leads people to that scoliotic posture. You know, even when we say scoliosis, it's not really scoliosis, it's just curvatures. Mm-hmm. You know, just doctors like to label it as scoliosis. But we just have curvatures because we just keep on relying on one side of our bodies and we just don't know how to function with both sides of our bodies. Mm-hmm. You know, when you squat, you actually feel one leg more than the other, or you look yourself in the mirror, you're like, I'm not completely straight, something's going on, my hips are going to one side. So I should tell you that there are muscles involved right now, that certain muscles are not working, certain muscles are. And in your case, we're gonna try and loosen up actually some of the muscles and also reactivate muscles that you need in order to functionally squat better. Okay. So we're going to start with a few stretches first. So what we're going to stretch out first is his right hip, specifically his right pectineus muscle. Pectineus muscle helps adduct the hip, but also internal rotates. Also internal rotates the hip. So we're gonna try and stretch that muscle out because his knee likes to cave in when he squats, whereas his left kind of likes to go out. So we need to stretch that muscle and plus his adductor as well. So Matt, I want you to get on one knee, the right knee down.
Okay.
So if we know the muscle, the action of the muscle, where in his case the pectineus, like we said, adducts and internal rotates, in order to stretch it, you're gonna do the exact opposite. You're gonna extend the hip and external rotate. So bro, what I want you to do, as you have the hip right here, bring this foot more out that way, like that. Okay, put both hands on both knees. So in this position, his femur now is externally rotated. What he's gonna do is gonna give me a posterior tilt, and he should feel his right glute. So we're killing two birds with one stone now. He's actually activating a right glute max, which he needs a lot, and he's stretching out his pectineus. Right now he just feels a long stretch to the side of his hip. And what I need you to do, bro, just move a little bit forward, and you should feel much more of a stretch. Just keep on tucking the butt under you. Hold it for about 30 seconds, 4 sets. It doesn't have to be a very intense stretch. I care more about activating that right glute and just feeling a little bit of a pull in the front of the groin. Got that, bro?
Yep.
All right, now we're gonna stretch out his left hip, but on the left, we're gonna stretch out his hip flexor, not his pectineus. So let's put the left knee down, right leg up. All right, so now with the hip flexor, it's the exact opposite. The hip flexor doesn't internal rotate, it external rotates. So what we're gonna do now with Matt, he's not gonna point that foot out anymore, in. We're gonna point it a little bit more out over here, right there. So do me the same thing, both hands on that knee, and give me a nice posterior tilt. And he should feel it in the front of his hip and more down to his quad as well. The reason why I like this specific stretch, not only for the left, but also for the right, is that a lot of people would actually try and stretch out their hip flexors and move way too forward. What that does, you're actually moving the femoral head out of the socket. So you're actually straining those ligaments in the front of the hip. But with this, you're actually keeping that joint nice and safe because all he's doing is just posteriorly tilting. So you're kind of protecting the hip while you're stretching out a muscle. That makes sense? So certain things like that you want to watch out for. You don't want to stress the hip. You don't want to tear any ligaments, especially a labrum or anything like that. So keep it safe. All you got to do is tuck your butt under you, and you should feel a nice good stretch. With that foot pointing out, right over there also quad.
Yeah.
Got that, man?
Yep.
All right. That's it.
Those are 3 exercises. Any of you guys got those problems? Give those exercises a try, and we'll see you in the next video. Make sure you follow @BodMechanic on Instagram, and we'll be doing more videos. As always, leave comments down below on which topics you guys want us to cover, because we're here to help you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, Shannon Honor. Aloha.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000! Immortal!